8 clear signs. A woman thinks you're attractive? Have you ever wondered if that woman you've been talking to finds you attractive? Maybe she laughs at your jokes a little too much, or you catch her looking at you when she thinks you're not paying attention. Science says women drop subtle but unmistakable signs when they're drawn to someone. And if you know what to look for, it's like reading an open book. A study from the University of Kansas found that women are better at hiding their reaction than men. But here's the catch: even though they're subtle, they still leak clues. If you pay attention, in fact, most men miss these signals completely, which means you might have had way more women interested in you than you ever realized. By the end of this video, you'll be able to decode a woman's attraction signals like a pro and never second-guess yourself again. And if you stay till the end, I'll share a bonus sign that most men completely overlook, but women use all the time. So let's get into it. Welcome to Immature, go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. Sign number 1, smirks or gives playful half smiles. Not every woman will come right out and give you a big obvious grin when she finds you attractive. Instead, she might offer something more subtle: a smirk, a half smile, or a teasing grin that leaves you wondering what she's thinking, and that's exactly the point. A playful smirk is her way of keeping things a little mysterious, making you work just a bit to figure out whether she's into you or just being friendly. It's a sign of attraction wrapped in curiosity. She's not handing everything over right away, because she wants to see if you'll pick up on the energy. Think about it. If you crack a joke and she gives you that side glance with a smirk, instead of laughing outright, she's engaging in a subtle flirtation. It's not just about the joke itself, it's about the way she delivers your reaction. A study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that subtle smiles and smirks increase attraction because they create a sense of intrigue and challenge, both of which are key ingredients in building attraction. So if you notice a woman giving you that playful, teasing smirk instead of a full smile, pay attention. She might be inviting you to engage, respond, or escalate the conversation without saying a word. Sign number 2, holds her gaze slightly longer. Eye contact is one of the most powerful ways human beings connect, and when it comes to attraction, it's even more important. If a woman finds you attractive, she'll often hold your gaze for just a fraction of a second longer than normal. It doesn't have to be dramatic. She's not going to stare you down, but that extra moment of eye contact is a sign that something is happening beneath the surface, according to a study published in the Journal of Research in Personality. Mutual eye contact lasting more than 3 seconds can trigger their release of oxytocin, also known as the bonding hormone. This creates a sense of closeness and connection, even if nothing has been said. The trick is to pay attention to how she breaks eye contact. If quickly looks away and acts like nothing happened, she may just be shy, but if she breaks eye contact and then looks back at you again, or pairs it with a slight smile, that's a much stronger indicator of attraction. Think about it. If you catch her looking at you and she holds your gaze for just 1 second, longer than necessary before breaking away, it wasn't accidental. She was letting you know in the subtlest way possible that you've caught her interest. Number 3, voice softness or changes. Around you, you might not notice it at first, but if a woman finds you attractive, her voice will subtly change when she talks to you. It's one of those unconscious behaviors that people can't really control. It just happens. Here's what to look for. Her tone might become softer, her pitch might drop slightly, or she might slow down her speech. This change in vocal tone isn't random. It's a subconscious attempt to create a more intimate and engaging interaction. A study in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that women naturally adjust their vocal pitch when speaking to someone they're attracted to, either by lowering it slightly to sound more sultry or raising it just a bit to sound more playful and engaging. Think about it. This way, if you overhear her talking to her coworkers or friends, her tone might be neutral, direct, or even indifferent, but when she turns to you, there's a shift. Her voice gets a little smoother, warmer, or even a bit teasing. Maybe she lobs a little softer at your jokes. or her words seem more intentional, another sign. She might draw out her words or take her time when speaking. If you notice this change in vocal tone, you're probably making an impression on her. Sign number 4 talks about your physical features indirectly. A woman who finds you attractive won't always come right out and say it. Instead, she'll drop subtle hints by commenting on specific aspects of your appearance. For example, instead of saying, "You look really good today," she might say something like that. "Shirt looks great on you," or "You have really nice eyes." It's her way of acknowledging what she finds attractive about you without making it too obvious. Why does she do this? It's partly to gauge your reaction, and partly because direct compliments on attraction and feel too vulnerable, especially in the early stages of an interaction. Instead, she'll focus on little details that show she's paying attention to how you look. Another subtle way this happens. She might compare you to someone attractive. If she says something like, "You kind of remind me of this actor I like," or "You have that classic leading man vibe," she's making a clear statement without outright saying, "I think you're who." There's a pro tip: pay attention to how specific the compliment is. A woman casually telling you "you smell really nice" isn't just making small talk. She's noticing your presence in a way that signals attraction. Before we proceed, if you find value in this video, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and makes you an integral part of our journey, and we deeply appreciate your contribution. Now let's return to our discussion. Sign number 5. Finds excuses to touch you lightly. Physical touch is one of the most powerful subconscious signals of attraction. And the best part, it's rarely random. If a woman finds you attractive, she'll naturally find ways to close the physical gap between you. Now, this doesn't mean she'll be all over you, but she will look for subtle ways to initiate contact. Maybe she lightly touches your arm when laughing playfully, nudges you during a conversation, or even accidentally brushes past you. More than once, these small touches are her way of displaying comfort and connection. Here's a classic example. You're sitting next to each other and she playfully taps your hand while making a point, or rests her hand on your shoulder for just a second, longer than necessary. It seems casual, but it's not. Touch is one of the strongest nonverbal cues of attraction, and when done lightly, it's a way for her to gauge how you respond. And it's not just hands or arms. If she adjusts something on your clothes, like fixing your collar or straightening your tie, it's a strong indicator that she's comfortable being physically close to you. The rule here is simple. If she initiates physical contact in a light and natural way, she's almost certainly attracted to you. Sign number 6. Adjust your body language. A woman's body language never lies. If she finds you attractive, you'll notice small, instinctive adjustments that signal interest even if she's not saying a word. One of the clearest signs she leans in when talking to you. This is a natural way of closing the gap and subconsciously signaling that she's comfortable in your presence. If a woman is uninterested, she'll maintain distance or position her body away from you. But if she's attracted to you, her entire posture will tell a different story. Pay attention to the way she tilts her head slightly when listening. This is a universal sign of engagement and curiosity. It means she's not just listening. She's interested in what you're saying and how you're saying it. And then there's the classic hair play. If she twirls a strand of hair around her finger or runs her fingers through her hair while talking to you, it's often an unconscious way of drawing attention to herself and signaling femininity here. Something even more telling. If she adjusts her posture when you enter a room by straightening her back, fixing her outfit, or checking her reflection in a nearby surface, it's a clear sign she cares about how she looks around you. Body language expert Joe Navarro, a former FBI specialist in nonverbal communication, explains that these micro-adjustments are instinctive behaviors tied to attraction. They're not planned. They just happen. So if you notice her subtly mirroring your movements or physically opening up around you, chances are she's into you. Sign number 7 becomes more playful. Playfulness is one of the strongest indicators of attraction. And the reason is simple. Women use it to test compatibility. If she finds you attractive, she won't just engage in small talk. She'll find ways to tease you, joke around, and keep the energy light and fun. Have you ever had a woman playfully mock something you said but in a way that made you laugh instead of feeling embarrassed? That's a clear sign. She's comfortable with you and wants to see if you can match her energy. She might say something like, "Oh, you think you're funny?" With a smirk. Or she might give you a nickname that's half teasing, half affectionate. This isn't random, it's her way of creating inside jokes and shared moments, which are key to attraction and connection. Another sign. She challenges you in a playful way. Maybe she jokingly doubts something. You say like, "Yeah, right, I don't believe you," just to see how you respond. If she wasn't interested, she wouldn't invest the effort, she'd just nod and move on. When a woman adds playful teasing into your conversation, it's a clear signal that she sees you as someone fun, interesting, and worth engaging.